Hello, good morning to all of you. Myself, Dr. Sanjoy Bhattacharjee, the head of the institution of School, Raipur. Today, I want to talk about the exam preparation for 2025 CBSE board exam. You know, board exam is very crucial for the students because majority of them, this is the first public exam they are going to appear for. And as an institutional head, it is my responsibility to guide my children how they can perform better in the board exam. So this today's discussion will be covering the paper presentation, how to get the idea from the admit card, and also the subject weightage for science subjects. Today's presentation is based on entirely science subjects for grade 12 2025 board exam. So first, the name of the board exam is CBSE Senior Secondary Examination 2025, conducted by Central Board of CBSE, offline mode, frequency once in a year, types of question, competency based and MCQ questions. The total number of subjects, majority of the time it is 5 only, maths, physics, chemistry, bio alternatively, and English and physical education. In some cases it is 6. The maximum marks is 100 marks, 80 is the written, 20 is the internal assessment, and in science subject it is 70 marks and 30 marks is the external or internal assessment. Total time is 3 hours. The securing pass marks is 33% and medium of exam is either in English or in some cases it is in Hindi. The division of marks weightage in board exam. As we mentioned, that competency-based question would be minimum of 30% to 40, some cases 50% also. That will cover multiple choice questions, case studies, source-based integrated questions. Objective types of questions will be 20% and short answer, long answer will be 50%. So the total will be 50% plus 20% plus 30%. CBSE Class 2 Assessment Scheme for 2024 and 25. In the academic year of 2024 and 25, CBSE will be implementing the old exam pattern which was followed up to 2020. During the pandemic era, there were some changes, but we are coming back to the same old pattern of the exam system. CBSE exam scheme details, you already know about it, and I don't want to waste much time on that part. Rather, I will be focusing on the subject part of it. So, the exam will be starting in the month of February after a couple of days only, and I believe that the children are completely ready for that. So, first thing I will be talking about the number of questions. The total number of questions in a subject will be around 25 to 27. It may depend upon the subject or the stream. Nature of the questions. The questions will be a mix of subjective and objective type of questions. Mode of examination will be offline. That means the children needs to appear the exam in an exam center which is already been given to you people in your admit card. So there you need to appear for the exam. The duration of the exam will be 3 hours and 15 minutes will be given separately to read and understand the questions. Medium of examination will be written mode and the language will be English and in some cases it might be Hindi. Marking scheme, the question paper will carry 1 mark, 2 marks, 3 marks and 5 marks questions. Negative marking is not there. There is no negative marking for any of the answer. So please be prepared for that. Now coming to the mathematics subject first. The subject itself is a little bit scary to some of the children, but those who are appearing for MPC, for them maths is the main important subject. So there you need to understand. Now I will be telling you the subject weightage. Which chapter will be carrying the most marks? First, calculus. It will be carrying 35% of marks. Calculus chapter will be carrying 35% of the marks. The second chapter that is coming is vectors and three-dimensional geometry. It will be carrying 14 marks. Relations and functions will be carrying 8% of the marks. Algebra will be carrying 10% of the marks. And probability will be carrying 8% of the marks. So total, it is the 100%. Section A will be containing 20 multiple choice questions and each question carries 1 mark. Section B contains 5 very short answer questions and each question carries 2 marks. Section C contains 6 short answer and each question carries 3 marks. Section D contains 4 long answer questions and each question carries 5 marks. Section E contains 3 case studies, passages based question and each question carry 4 marks. Now from English I am moving to physics. So physics is also a major subject for both MPC and BPC students. So what would be the subject weightage for this? The first one, unit 1, it will be the electrostatics. It will be containing 16% of the marks. The remaining is current, electricity, magnetic effects and current and magnetism. It will be carrying, the chapter will be carrying 17% of the marks. And the last one that will be given is electromagnetic waves and it will be carrying 18% of the marks. So unit 7, dual nature of radiation and matter, chapter 11, dual nature of radiation and matter 12, and unit 8, atoms and nuclear, chapter 12, atoms, chapter 3, nuclei, unit 9, electronic devices, chapter 14, semiconductor electronics, materials, devices and simple circuits, total 70. These are the main important chapters for 2025 that needs to be prepared for by the children. So please focus on to that part. Now I am coming to chemistry subject. Chemistry, the chapters will be solution. There 7 marks, 7% of the marks will be carried forward. Electrochemistry, 9% marks. D and F block elements that will be carrying again 7 marks. Chemical kinetics, 7 marks. Coordination and compounds, 7 marks. Then it is coming the alcohols, phenol and ethanes, that is 6. Then it is coming aldehydes, ketones and carbolic acid, that is 8. And then it is coming biomodules, 7. So chemistry, these are the chapters are very, very important for you. Section A contains 18 multiple choice questions and each question carries 1 mark. Section B contains 7 very short answer questions and each question carries 2 marks. Section C contains 5 short answer questions and each question carries 3 marks. Section D contains 2 case-based questions and each question carries 4 marks. Section E contains 3 long answer questions and each question carries 5 marks. So this is all about the chemistry and now I am coming to biology. For the students who obtained for BPC subject, biology is the main subject for them. So for them, the chapter name reproduction, which will be carrying 16% of the marks. The genetics and the evolution will be carrying 20% of the marks. Biology and human welfare will be carrying 12% of the marks. Biotechnology and its application will be containing 12% of the marks. Ecology and environment will be containing 10% of the marks, total 70% of the marks. Biology question paper design for 2025. All questions are compulsory. The question paper has 5 sections. Section A, Section B, Section C, D and E. There are 33 questions and the question in the question paper. Section A has 16 questions and each question carries 1 mark. Section D has 5 questions and each question carries 2 marks. Section C has 7 questions and each question carries 3 marks. Section D has 2 case-based questions and each question carries 4 marks. Section E has 3 questions and each question carries 5 marks. So this is the biology subject for the weightage and the understanding. Now I will be coming to English. This is for equal for all, commerce, humanities and also for the science subject. CBSE Class 2 English weightage and pattern. Class 2 CBSE English Section A, the reading skills. It has 20 marks in there. Reading comprehension through unseen passage, 20 marks. One unseen passage to assess comprehension, interpretation and inference, 10 into 1 question, so 10 marks. One unseen case-based passage with verbal, visual inputs like statistical data, charts, etc. That is also 10 questions, 1 marks each. Now it is coming to the section B. This is creative writing. Again, 20 marks is been allotted for this. Here you have to write notice up to 50 words. Once out of the 2 given options is to be answered. So 2 options will be given. You have to select one. Formal or informal, invitation and reply up to 50 words. Then later based on verbal or visual input are to be answered approximately 120 to 150 words. 4 is article, report writing, descriptive and analytic in nature based on verbal inputs to be answered in 120 to 150 words. Now coming English section C. This section will have a variety of assessment items including multiple choice questions, objective type questions, short answer type questions and long answer type questions. Now the last part is reference to the context. There 40 marks will be given. 1 poetry extracts out of 2 from the book Flamingo, 6 marks. 1 prose extract out of 2 from the textbook Vistas, 4 into 1 marks. 1 prose extract out of 2 from the book Flamingo, 6 marks. Short answer type question from prose and poetry from the book Flamingo to be answered in 40 to 50 words. Questions should enhance interferential response through critical thinking. 5 questions out of the 6 given are to be answers. Each question will be carrying 2 marks. So 10 marks. Short answer type questions from prose vistas to be answered in 40 to 50 words. 2 into 2, 4 marks. 1 long answer type questions from prose or poetry Flamingo to be answered in 120 to 150 words and that will be carrying 5 marks. 1 long answer type questions based on the chapters from the textbook Vistas to be answered in 120 to 150 marks, 120 to 150 words, that will be 5 marks. Internal assessment is ASL, speaking and listening skills, 5 marks, assessment of speaking skills 5 marks and project work 10 marks. So altogether it is 20. The exam will be containing 3 hours, marks allotted for the practical 30 marks, marks allotted for the theory, I'm talking about the science in here, 70 marks, very short questions 5 marks, short answer questions 5 questions, long answer questions 3 marks question 12, long answer questions 4 marks 1 question, long answer questions 5 marks 3 questions. So this is the format of the science exam. The textbook, that is NCERT textbook, will be covered for the board exam preparation. And this is the majority of the subject component that I wanted to talk about. What I said, the subject weightage, I already mentioned, and there will be a link provided along with this presentation. I want you to follow the link if you want to go through the presentation one more time. So physics, maths, biology and chemistry. The chapter weightage has already been shared in this presentation, so please go through. Now, coming to the paper presentation. 2025, there are some significant change in the answer booklet. Previously, the answer booklet for all subject was 32, but now the answer booklets is also changed. First, I will tell you that use only one colored pen, and that is a ballpoint pen should be preferably used, either black or blue. But suggestion is use the blue pen to write the answer, and also keep one black pen or a pencil for highlighting the keywords. If you want to change the color of your ink, like for an example, if you are running out of the pen ink, then you want to use a second pen, just ask the invigilator to sign where you were changing the color of the ink. So that will be given you an authentication that you did it in front of the guidance of the invigilator. And highlight all the keywords which is already been told. And now the answer booklet I want to talk about. This year all the answer booklet will be having the QR code. Mainly you will be getting 32 pages. In maths it will be 40 pages answer booklet, and some skill based paper it will be 20 pages. You can also ask for an additional paper which will be given to you with the 8 pages of answer booklet. And on the top of the booklet there will be a space provided where you can write the name and the roll number. But don't write the name and roll number where there is no space given. So please keep that in mind. Question numbers, this is very important. I want all of you to listen carefully. Generally, the student have a habit to write the question number on top of the question. But this time, the paper that will be given to you, there will be margin in both the sides. One margin on the left side, one margin on the right side. So the number of the question must be mentioned on the left side. Remember, it should be mentioned on the left side within the margin. So please remember to write the number of the questions in the margin, within the margin on the left side. And right side should only be used for the rough work. Please don't do the rough work at the end of the answer booklet or any of the additional paper. The rough work should be done next to the question on the right side within the margin. And after finishing, please put a strike on the rough paper. Don't cut it in a very bad way. Just put a strike so that the examiner or the evaluator will understand that this is the rough work attached with this particular question number. So this is must be followed. And rough work, I already mentioned about that one, but please follow that one very clearly. Previously, for maths, the graph paper, or in social, the map was given separately, which you need to attach with the paper. But from this year onwards, the graph paper for maths and the map in the social paper will already be there in the answer booklet. So you don't need to attach anything. Just complete that page and submit it to the invigilator or the examiner present in the exam hall. Maintain the sequence of the question paper. It is very, very important. Generally, the children, after reading the question paper within the 15 minutes stipulated time, what they do, they write the first question which they know very well. That is not bad, but if you write the question in the sequential order that is given in the question paper, it will be more beneficiary for the examiner to assess the paper properly. So try to follow the sequence the way it is given in the question paper. Reach out to the exam center by 10 a.m. Must need to reach out to the exam center by 10 a.m. Before or after, it might not be, you might not be allowed. Particularly after 10 a.m., the center has the right not to allow you in the exam hall. So please be careful, be there by on time, and also carry two things which is very, very important. One, the school ID card. Generally, a ID card is already been given to you, which you must need to put on around your neck. That ID card you must need to carry for the school representation. and also the hall ticket that is already been given to you by CBSE board, the admit card, hall ticket, the same thing you must need to carry. The keyboard, the board that you will be writing your exam, it should be either transparent, or if not, it should be a new one, or there should not be written anything on top of it. The pouch that you will be carrying for your pen and pencils, it should be a transparent one where everything can be visible from outside. For maths exam, please carry your geometry box, and the pencil and everything should be there in your geometry box. You also need to carry a water bottle. If you feel thirsty, you can carry, and try to carry the water bottle which is a transparent one. So this is all for the exam preparation. The last bit that I want to talk about is the admit card. You already received the admit card, and you have checked that the first thing you notice, the first column is the roll number, second is your date of birth, third is the school name where you were studying, fourth is the center number, the exam center that you were going to appear for, then the candidate name, then your photo, the candidate's photo, center name separately, subject code, subject name and dates, important instruction. Please read the important instruction which has already been provided in your admit card. These are very, very important and mandatory. So this is all about an exam preparation. Please don't take any stress. Write the answer in brief words. Follow the guidelines already given by the CBSE board, that minimum words, how many you need to attempt. For that, you need to pay attention. And also the paper presentation is very, very important. Please present your paper beautifully. The neat handwriting should be appreciated. Wherever you can use the diagram with the leveling, proper leveling, use the diagram for that. And for English, write it down in a separate paragraph wherever it is possible. So this is all about the 2025 exam, and I wish you all the best for a very good upcoming event and a great success. Thank you from MM School, Dr. Sanjoy Bhattacharjee. Thank you and all the best.